Okay, first things first, can we just take a second and talk about how fast time is moving? Like, I swear it was just yesterday we were setting goals and intentions for the year, and now we're already well into it. That's one of the craziest things about adulthood is how quickly time seems to fly. And since time isn't slowing down, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a serious glow up. Not just a quick reset, but a deep, lasting transformation from the inside out. The kind that's about progress, not perfection. The kind that nurtures my body, my mind, my relationships, and brings that true sense of balance and confidence I've been craving. So that's what we're doing today. I'm sharing how I'm making this my most balanced, intentional year yet, and how you can do the same without burning yourself out in the process. I mean, who doesn't want to feel like they've got their health on point, have glowing skin, feel mentally clear and energized, and just show up as the best version of themselves every day? And the good news is, it is totally possible. It's about those small, consistent habits, things that make you feel good inside and out, so you can move through the year radiating confidence. And trust me, I get it. It's not always easy to find the time or motivation, but that's why I'm here, sharing everything I've learned: health, exercise, nutrition, skincare, mental well-being, and so much more. Let's kick things off with what I think is the most important part of this whole glow up journey: health. I mean, if you want to feel good and look good, you've got to prioritize your health, and I have learned this the hard way this past year. As I found myself falling farther and farther out of my wellness routines, I also noticed a significant shift in my mental and physical well-being, and I didn't like it. From this experience, I have learned a lot about how to maintain good health habits throughout the entire year. Number one is consistency over perfection. And to go deeper into that thought, design a routine that works for you. Trying to follow someone else's plan might feel inspiring initially, but if it's not sustainable for your lifestyle, it can leave you more stressed than motivated, and we don't want that. But don't worry, I have definitely been there too, and that's why it's so important to create a routine that feels achievable and fits seamlessly into your life. Instead of aiming for a perfect schedule or intense workout plan, focus on small, consistent habits. Start with 1 or 2 things you can realistically do every day. Maybe that's a 10-minute stretch, a quick morning walk, or simply drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning. The key isn't doing it all, it's doing something consistently every day, and that's how you build momentum and stay committed to your health long term. And after you've got the feel for the foundations, that's when you can start adding more onto your plate with your health and fitness goals. Number 2, don't be afraid to mix up your workouts. When I fell out of my routines, it was because I was so burned out from doing the same thing over and over again. At that time in my life, I didn't realize that I could switch up my routines and still maintain the physique that I wanted. Sticking to one type of exercise might feel comfortable at first, but it can also get repetitive, and that's when motivation really starts to fade. Instead, I think it's important to embrace variety in your fitness routines. Some days I'll hit the gym for a strength training session, other days I'll opt for yoga, a class pass, an at-home workout, or even just a long walk outdoors. Mixing it up not only keeps things exciting, but also works different muscles and can prevent plateauing or, again, burnout. Even on days when I'm not feeling super motivated, I remind myself that movement doesn't have to be all or nothing. A short walk, some light stretching, or anything that gets me moving still counts. This mindset and the way that I approach fitness has made it more sustainable for me. It's not about forcing yourself into a rigid routine, it's all about staying consistent while honoring what your body needs. Now let's talk about one of my all-time favorite things to talk about: nutrition. I've been through so many different eating eras in my lifetime, and I finally feel like I'm confident in my nutrition and know what to eat to fuel my body, support my energy, and actually enjoy my meals. It's not about following strict diets or obsessing over every calorie. It's about finding balance, focusing on high-quality, whole, and nutrient-dense foods. I used to be all about cutting out food groups and following extreme diets. I was vegan for 5 years, extremely inflamed, overweight, overweight, physically and mentally unwell. The goal was to be skinny and not healthy, which is a mindset shift that has gotten me to where I am today, because now my only goal is to be healthy, feel my best, and live the longest, healthiest life I can, and the body that comes with that I know I will be proud of. Now, I look at nutrition and food as a way to fuel my body with real whole foods. I like to focus on high protein meals, adding a variation of different foods into my day-to-day meals, and I try to eat seasonally. Cutting out processed foods, bad oils, and sugars has also worked wonders for me in a way I never realized it could. Food truly is medicine. My grocery list normally consists of high-quality whole foods such as meat, vegetables, eggs, organic fruits and vegetables, and products with minimal recognizable ingredients. These small changes have made a huge difference in how I feel day to day, from my energy levels to my skin and even my digestion. Skincare is such a big part of the glow up journey. You know the saying, look good, feel good? It's so true. When my skin is healthy and glowing, it boosts my confidence and reminds me that I'm taking care of myself in a way that really matters. For me, the key has been simplifying my routine and focusing on products that truly work for my skin. This year, I took a huge leap and switched completely to non-toxic skincare, and let me tell you, it has been a game changer, especially for my acne. Right now, I'm loving Primarily Pure's products. What sets them apart is their clean, thoughtfully chosen ingredients. One of my absolute favorites is their use of beef tallow. I know it might sound unusual, but it's incredibly hydrating and nourishing for your skin without causing breakouts. Plus, it's packed with vitamins and fatty acids that support your skin barrier and leave your face feeling soft, smooth, and balanced. Another thing I've noticed, less is more. Instead of overwhelming my skin with a 12-step routine, I focus on high-quality products with real, effective ingredients. It's been refreshing to know exactly what I'm putting on my skin and to see how it responds. Skincare doesn't have to be complicated, it just needs to be consistent and intentional. One of my top tips for finding high-quality, non-toxic skincare is to use resources like the Think Dirty app or the EWG Skin Deep database. These tools help you evaluate ingredients and make informed choices, or you can simply stick with a trusted brand that aligns with your values and needs. Once I find a brand that I love, it's easiest for me to stick with it. Now let's talk about the mental health and your inner glow up. Because honestly, if your mind isn't in the right place, how are you supposed to thrive in these other areas of your life? This is definitely going to be the longest talked about section because there are so many ways to help glow up mentally, starting with journaling. Journaling is a new one for me, and after years of trying to be consistent with it, I finally feel like I've cracked the code to be more consistent. Get a journal you love, get a pen you love, and don't overthink it. Set a timer and just write, and once you get going, I swear it will flow a lot easier than you think. I love journaling because it's like a safe space to organize my thoughts, work through emotions, give daily gratitude for the little moments that can be overlooked during the day, and set my intentions for the day or week ahead. Sometimes I'll write down what I'm grateful for, and other times I'll just brain dump whatever's on my mind, and I don't really have any rules to it. It's helped me process stress and focus on the positive, which has been great for my mental health. Therapy has been another transformative tool for me. Talking to someone who can provide an objective perspective has been invaluable for working through challenges and understanding myself on a deeper level. It's like a mental workout for your brain and emotions. I also realized that it helped me get out of my comfort zone because it's not easy talking to someone about your feelings. The next is setting boundaries with social media. This was a must, especially as someone who's trying to grow their brand on social media. I kind of already spent a lot more time than I would like to on it. Social media can easily become overwhelming and drain your energy, but it doesn't have to be that way. I've learned to curate my feed by unfollowing accounts that don't serve me. I also set limits on my screen time to avoid mindless scrolling and take regular breaks from my phone. I have a very strict cutoff time at night and make sure to put my phone away, and I opt for a book instead. This has helped tons with the quality of my sleep, and my Aura Ring can show proof of that. And that brings me to my last point, even though I could go on and on. Let's talk sleep. Prioritizing sleep has been huge, and one way that I've really been getting my sleep routines down is with the Aura Ring. If you don't know what the Aura Ring is, it's basically a wellness ring, and it tracks your sleep and gives you advice on how you can improve it. Sleep is super important, and you can't expect to have mental clarity or emotional stability if you're running on empty. Not to mention all of the physical and mental long-term effects that having low amount of sleep can do to your body. It's insane. Just research it. I've been making a habit of winding down at the same time every night, avoiding screens before bed, and even using magnesium supplements to create a relaxing bedtime routine. Next is the external expression of your glow, appearance. At first, I wasn't sure if I wanted to include this as one of my points, but after reflecting on the past year, I asked myself what has made a drastic change in my life this year in terms of my confidence and how I carry myself. And one of the answers was appearance. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that appearance is everything. I truly believe that judging someone solely based on how they look is not the way to go. But when we're talking about glow ups in 2025, I do think that your appearance can play a big role on how you feel about yourself, your confidence, and overall energy. I found that when I put effort into the way I look each day, it helps me feel more put together, productive, and ready to take on whatever comes my way. I also think it's super important to understand your personal style and not just follow trends. You want to feel like you, not like you're trying to be someone else, and that's where the confidence will come from. Your style should reflect who you are, and it doesn't have to be expensive either. In fact, I bet there are already clothes in your closet that can help recreate your style without having to buy anything new. At least that's what I did. You can paint your nails at home, curl your hair, or experiment with simple makeup looks. It's all about making small efforts to boost your confidence and feel like the best version of yourself inside and out. And last, but definitely not least, is learning how to rest. With the internet and social media, it's so easy to feel like you're not doing enough. You see everyone else's success and productivity, and it can make you feel like you're falling behind. But here's the thing, if you're always on the go, running on empty, how do you expect to show up as your best self? I've learned that true rest is just as crucial as all the hard work you put into your health and appearance. After facing severe burnout in February this past year, I realized it took me months to recover, and that's when I really started prioritizing rest. One of the best ways I found to recharge is through a good night's sleep. I know I already mentioned sleep, but it's because it's important. It might sound simple, but when you prioritize a bedtime routine that sets you up for the best sleep possible, that's when your body gets the real recovery it needs. Another thing I love is winding down with a book or just watching a show or movie. Actually relaxing. Remember, that's the point of this. There was definitely a time when I wasn't even taking the time to relax like that, and I was constantly in a fight or flight mindset and could never actually wind down and relax. My routine was wake up, work out, work, eat, sleep, just go with zero breaks for rest or recovery. And at the end of the day, I was burnt out, stressed, grumpy, inflamed, breaking out, and dealing with all the negative side effects of not listening to my body when it was begging for rest. Something that I really encourage you to do is to take time off from social media. It can be such a powerful way to recharge, especially if it's your go-to method of unwinding right now. Stepping back can make all the difference when it comes to avoiding the comparison trap, and you'll start to feel more present in your own life and stop constantly feeling like you need to catch up with others. So there you have it, my guide to glowing up in 2025 from the inside out. The real secret, it's all about consistency and balance. You don't need to change everything overnight. It's about embracing small, sustainable habits that work for you. Whether it's focusing on your health, taking care of your mental well-being, or expressing yourself through your appearance, every little step you take adds up. I truly believe that with a little effort and a lot of self-love, you can create a year that radiates both externally and internally. 2025 is going to be our year. Let's step into it glowing, confident, and ready to conquer whatever comes our way.